दिल से खैर मकदम करती हूँ आपके चैनल जहाने मन में। आज का दिन मखसूस है खवातीन के लिए, विमेन के लिए, नारियों के लिए, और हम बात करते हैं उनके एम्पावरमेंट की, नारी तेरे मन की बात शो में। और आज इस शो में हम लेके आए एक बहुत ही अहम टॉपिक, और वो टॉपिक है कि किस तरह से हमारे एडवर्टीजमेंट औरतों को एम्पावर करते हैं या फिर जो स्टीरियोटाइप है उनके बारे में उसे मेंटेन रखते हैं। और इस अहम मौजू पे बात करने के लिए हमारे साथ यहाँ मौजूद हैं मिस्टर राहुल पटकी। आई वेलकम मिस्टर राहुल टू द शो। हाउ आर यू राहुल?
Good, ma'am, and thank you for inviting me on this precious platform.
You are
And
welcome. And
really,
I'm very happy for you because this is exclusively for the women and for their empowerment, and you have graced this platform. I am very happy for you.
thank you, ma'am.
And we have Dr. Alka Chadda with us. Hello, Alka. How are you?
Thank you, ma'am. I'm fine. I'm good. Very happy to be here.
So it is said that an empowered women only can empower others, and you are the example of empowered women. And now let me welcome Fatima, Kanis Fatima Sahiba. Kanis Fatima Sahiba, आपका बहुत बहुत खैर मकदम है। तो हम आज बात कर रहे हैं एडवर्टीजमेंट की। एडवर्टीजमेंट में किस तरह से जो हमारी महिलाएं हैं उनको किस तरह दिखाया जाता है, क्या उनका रोल दिखाया जाता है। तो आइए सबसे पहले मैं अपने दर्शकों को एक एडवर्टीजमेंट दिखाती हूँ और उसके बाद फिर हम उस एडवर्टीजमेंट के बारे में बात करेंगे। तो ये हमारा पहला एडवर्टीजमेंट है जो मेरे दिल के बहुत ही करीब है और हमें उम्मीद है कि आपके भी दिल के बहुत करीब होगा। तो आइए इस एडवर्टीजमेंट को देखते हैं और जानने की कोशिश करते हैं कि इसमें थोड़ी से टेक्निकल इश्यूज हैं। लेट मी फिक्स दोज इश्यूज।
No worries, ma'am. Take your time.
It happens sometimes, you know.
You can show us in YouTube also.
No worries. Just give me 2 seconds time. I'll fix it. Meanwhile, Rahul, I would like to ask you that can you recall any advertisement that shows the women empowerment?
Yes, good example is the latest one. Maybe it's in your agenda, but the Cadbury's ad, latest Cadbury's ad. So previously there was a similar kind of maybe 10 years back there was a advertisement about a cricketer, obviously man, playing a cricket, and her maybe friend, girlfriend, whatever it is, she's cheering up in from the audience, and that was she was dancing after he made it for 6, and that was very good advertisement, and that typical Cadbury song. And now recently they reverse that. They are coming up with the like now the women is cricketer. Okay.
Exactly. So here we are with our first advertisement. Let's see. Let's watch it.
मुझे क्वेश्चन बता दो ना, वही मेरा एग्जाम। रेनू बेटा, देख तूने क्या लाया तेरे लिए? बाजना कैसा रहेगा बच्चे के लिए? इसकी अभी से क्या जरूरत थी? छोटी बहू, एक तो तुमने आते इतनी बड़ी खुशखबरी देती, ऊपर से घर की पहली गोद भराई, इनसे सब्र कहाँ होगा?
भाभी, पापा जी की चाय का पानी रख दिया है।
बड़ी बहू अभी तो आई हो, आराम कर लो, चाय छुटकी बना देगी।
पापा जी की स्पेशल चाय मेरे हाथ से ही बनेगी।
मुस्कुराए औरों की खुशी में मगर क्यों महसूस करे एक कमी भी है। आंखों में नमी तेरे और होठों पे चीख तभी सी है। हरे मका को घर बनाया तूने, क्यों तू समझे खुद को अधूरी। और भी कई किरदार तेरे जो बनाए तेरी पहचान पूरी।
ये गिफ्ट देखो, लगता है मौसी ने तो सोच लिया कि बेटी ही होगी। बेटी ही होगी ज्योति, तू देखना।
अगर बेटी हुई तो नाम क्या रखेंगे?
वो पता नहीं, पर अगर लड़का हुआ तो ध्रुव।
बड़ी बहू तुम बताओ, अगर बेटी होगी तो क्या नाम रखेंगे?
मैं खीर लेके आई।
लतिका। लतिका होगा हमारी बेटी का नाम, जो लता भाभी की परछाई होगी, जो पापा के शुगर कंट्रोलर होगी, जिसके हाथ में मम्मी जी की बीमारी को ठीक करने का जादू होगा, जो ज्योति की ट्यूशन टीचर होगी और बुरे वक्त में इस घर की हिम्मत बनेगी और मुझ जैसी नई बहू के लिए ताकत होगी। जहां भी रहेगी ना भाभी, सिर्फ खुशियां फैलाएगी।
So, Alka ji, coming to you. So, after watching this advertisement, what do you have to say? Please unmute yourself, Alka ji.
For women empowerment, this is coming from another girl to this girl, but I wish they could have shown that herself she was a strong woman. You know, the Devrani is, you know, trying to encourage her and to make her feel good about herself, but if they could have done it in such a way that she was self-empowered, then it would have made more sense. I remember an advertisement of an IAS girl going for when she passes her entrance exam, she goes for an interview, and when she enters that room, they ask her, what do you do? She says, I'm a maid servant. So they say, what is your address? So she says, I'm living in the chawl and in the Jhopadpatti number so-and-so. And then they ask her that, how dare you come for this interview? She says, I've cleared my entrance exam for IAS. And then they say, what does your mother do? And then she says, my mother is against maid servant and my father is driving the rickshaw. And she says, I'm very proud of who I am. I'm proud of myself. So that particular ad is, I don't know, I saw it, I think 2 years back, but it has stayed in my heart because she's self-empowered. So I wish all women in our country should be self-empowered. This girl, Latika, she's doing such good work in her family, but she herself is crying. It's not necessary for her to cry. Not necessary for her to show sadness. They could have made her show a happiness on her face and tell everyone that I'm doing this and I'm very happy about all I'm doing. And this child is going to be my child also. That would have been a better version of the advertisement.
थैंक यू अलका जी, आपने बिल्कुल सही कहा, लेकिन एक बचपन से जो हमारे जहन में बात डाल दी जाती है कि हमारा वजूद ही इसलिए है कि हमें माँ बनना है, और जब वो चीज नहीं हो पाती, वो महरूमी होती है, तो उसका एहसास फिर कदम कदम पे होता है, हर घड़ी होता है। तो मैं राहुल से पूछना चाहूंगी कि उनका क्या विचार है। अभी अलका जी ने कहा कि इसको थोड़ा वो और अच्छा इस तरह दिखा सकते थे कि लतिका अपने में ही बहुत ही एम्पावर्ड होती, आप भी क्या ऐसा ही सकते हैं?
Yes, but I mean, like, I will start with the technical thing. Like, I really like the this is really, advertisement making is really a difficult job. Like, just you have 1 minute, sometimes 30 seconds, and you need to tell. Here there was 2.5 minutes, but yes, he conveyed the story very well. And I feel that, yes, he, like, they shown like she was the best teacher also in her work. So she's overall everything, she was perfect in every other sense. Only thing was like maybe some issues with pregnancy and all those things, but otherwise it's not only job of women, there are other job and she can excel in other areas. So
Yes.
that's the message, I guess.
Yes, thank you राहुल। और एक और बात ये है कि किसी को अपने को मनवाने के लिए सुपर वुमन होने की जरूरत नहीं है, जैसा कि दिखाया गया इसमें कि वो पिताजी के लिए भी उनके वो शुगर का ख्याल रखती है, माताजी की दवा का ख्याल रखती है, ट्यूशन में पढ़ाती है अपनी नंद को, और घर में सबका ख्याल रखती है। तो इतना ज्यादा किसी के अंदर कुवत हो, ये बहुत मुश्किल होता है। अगर थोड़ा कम भी करें तो भी वो सम्मान के लायक है, सम्मान के काबिल है।
Absolutely.
Yes.
आते हैं अपने दूसरे ऐड की तरफ और देखते हैं कि इसमें हम किस तरह से विमेन एम्पावरमेंट का एलिमेंट पाते हैं।
हे रोहन के साथ मीटिंग कैसे रही? फिर आ गई लड़का रिजेक्ट करके। ऐसा कब तक चलेगा? सेटल व्हाइट है कि नहीं? यूं ही नाना करती रहोगी ना तो कोई नहीं मिलेगा। तुम्हारी उम्र की थी ना तो 2-2 बच्चे हो गए थे। आप भी हर माँ की तरह ये सब भी कहोगे ना?
जब मैं तुम्हारे उम्र की थी तो मुझ में ना कहने की हिम्मत ही नहीं होती थी। तुझ में है। अच्छा है। मुझ में आके मुस्कुराए तेरी परछाई है। मायरे मायरे मन चलाए तुम से आए हैं रे माय।
So
Wonderful. Very nice.
yes, coming to Alka ji.
For me, I feel that marriage is not necessary for a girl to express herself. Although I believe in the institution of marriage completely, and I've written a book on marriage, but I would say one thing, that today's generation is so strong, so independent, so self-validated, so empowered, that marriage is not necessary for them. And I would go with this little girl who says she doesn't want to get married, and she should be allowed to express herself, because it's not necessary to get married. I
Yes,
feel.
thank
Yeah,
you, Alka ji.
yeah.
And I am going to take this in this way that earlier whenever mother and father they used to select any match,
Yeah.
तो जो लड़कियां होती थी वो बिल्कुल कहते थे ना कि गाय है वो, तो मेरी बेटी बिल्कुल गाय है, मतलब बहुत सीधी सादी है, बिल्कुल जबान ही नहीं है उसको। तो वो जहां भी कहते थे वहां शादी कर लेती थी, और कई बार उसमें बहुत सी ऐसी चीज आती थी ना कि जो अनएक्सपेक्टेड हो जाती थी।
Yeah.
तो अब कम से कम लड़कियों के अंदर इतनी हिम्मत है कि वो मना कर सकती हैं, और ये राइट सिर्फ और सिर्फ लड़की के ही पास है कि वो जिसको चाहे उसे सिलेक्ट करे, और जिसको चाहे उसे ना सिलेक्ट करे, उसमें कोई फोर्स नहीं होना चाहिए। तो आई लाइक दिस आइडिया ऑफ दिस एड दैट द मदर अप्रिशिएट्स कि अगर उसने मना कर दिया किसी से शादी को, तो वो उसने एक अच्छा स्टेप लिया, उसके अंदर हिम्मत है मना करने की।
Even the mother is empowered in this. Then the
Yes.
mother is also very empowered. That's what I like. She accepts her child's decision. That is the best part.
Yeah, very true. Yes, Rahul.
So
Now,
yes.
don't force your daughter to get married if she doesn't want to get married. Okay.
So yeah, I like the idea of the advertisement. And another thing I want to tell those they use Marathi in between. So, and the reason those both are the Marathi actresses, and in real world they are mother and daughter.
Yes.
So that's the one thing about that.
This is a new information for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
She is a leading actress and one of the best actress in Marathi movies, Marathi serials and all those things. And apart from that, yes, the concept, and as I told you, I think this ad was just 30 seconds or something, less than that.
I was upset.
Oh, sorry. Yes, Rahul, go ahead.
In 30 seconds, they conveyed message beautifully, like
Yes.
perfect. There should not be any pressure.
Wonderful.
And 76% is huge number. And that number should reduce, like there should not be pressure.
Yes, thank you very much. And now I think my third ad, and that might be the last ad, it's a little different, I have selected purposely. Now let's watch first and then discuss this.
I wanted to be at the front of the line. It's like, why don't I know this? Why am I not?
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to help us conduct this experiment today.
We were of different ages. We were made to stand in a line.
Now, I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. If your answer is a yes, step forward. If it's a no, please step back. Here goes. Ready? Did you learn how to ride a bicycle before the age of 10? Did you learn music in school? Did you take any lessons in sports? And no, video games are not a sport, even if it has the word game in it. Did you learn how to iron your clothes while still in school? Take a step forward. If not, take a step back. If you can make tea or breakfast, not just for yourselves, please step forward. If not, take a step back.
In the beginning, I think the questions were more general. People were still going forward and backward. Questions like, it was funny to see like the cooking question. There were a lot of men who went ahead and there were women who were going behind.
Do you usually make all the household bill payments yourself? Do you know the circle rate in your area? Do you know the price of gold today? Do you know the exact breakup of your salary?
As the questions unfolded, the stark difference came out visibly.
Do you know the details of the financial documents you're asked to sign? Have you bought a vehicle in your own name without consulting anybody? Have you bought insurance policies unassisted? Do you watch or follow the budget?
Like you think you're doing okay, but then you're like, okay, these are kind of important things that I don't look at.
Do you manage your own finances and earnings unassisted? Do you know how to invest in mutual funds? Do you know the difference between a mutual fund and an SIP? Do you make the investments for your family members or your spouse? Do you file your own income tax return? Now, everyone who's in front, could you please turn around and look behind you? Initially, when you guys started moving, there wasn't such a big gap. My question is, when did this gap start to occur?
The minute the questions became about managing money, the gap between men and women became very clear and evident.
You know, women handling certain responsibilities regarding their own life, which were always passed on to someone else in the family or the men.
There was a slight unfairness I realized at that time. But at that point, it seemed normal.
I was upset. I wanted to be at the front of the line. It's like, why don't I know this? Why am I not confident enough to say, yes, I am able to understand this? It was quite an eye-opener for me because I always depended on the men of the family to take care of my investments and, you know, plan my future.
I felt that obviously men are more into it than women. So eventually I did expect the gap to be there.
Over the years growing up, you know, there were certain very traditionally masculine tropes that were assigned for him and certain traditionally feminine tropes that were assigned for me.
For women, it's practically debarred to learn to know and to focus on money.
I wish I had known from the beginning of my childhood and like.
So yes, my dear guests.
So it's very true
for all of us.
Yes, it's an eye-opener, absolute eye-opener. I'm also guilty of this because I depend on my husband for everything. And I feel that I can still learn. I'm starting to learn now. I take interest in budget. I take interest in SIP, mutual fund and everything. And my husband and I used to always have a fight before. And I'll tell you recently, my friend who is my age, her daughter, she lost her husband suddenly, 32 years of age. One child, about 6 years. And her husband just gone just like that. Not in the COVID, much before the COVID, but I tell you that women have to learn money management. Rahul is the best person to teach us that.
That's what I wanted to say. Thank you, ma'am, for showing this video.
Yes.
That will be good input for me, and that will be good for my Grow Rich whenever I will have, especially for. I will definitely, I will show this thing, and that will be like a good starter for me. So that's great. And especially this video highlighted a good, important aspect. And many times I feel even I try to, encourage my wife to get into this investment and all this thing, but she's not interested. Like, no, I don't know. I can't understand these things and all those things.
You have to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You know, we cannot blame the men's folk because always it's not men who are discouraging us, but at times we ourselves don't take initiative and we think that indulging into money matter is the matter of men, and while taking care of the kitchen and household chores is the responsibility of women. So I think that stereotype we have to change now.
Yes.
And then now we have to make our sisters aware of this fact. तो उनको मालूम होना चाहिए कि बजट क्या होता है, उनको मालूम होना चाहिए इनकम टैक्स क्या होता है, कैसे फाइल करते हैं अपनी रिटर्न, उसके बाद अगर आप देखेंगे कोई औरत अगर बिजनेस कर भी रही है ना, तो उसने अपने फाइनेंस के लिए, हेल्प के लिए किसी और को रखा होगा और अपना दिमाग भी नहीं लगाएंगी उसमें, पूरा का पूरा उसी के ऊपर छोड़ देंगी। तो इस सोच को हमें बदलने की जरूरत है, और तभी वो हम सही मानों में उन्हें एम्पावर कर सकते हैं।
एम्पावर होना है, एवरी वुमन हैज टू एम्पावर हरसेल्फ, only then she will be empowered. अभी मैं भी सोचूं ना कि मैं क्यों छोड़ती हूँ अपने हस्बैंड के ऊपर, वो कितनी बार मेरे को बोलते हैं, लेकिन अब मैं बहुत सीरियसली सीखूंगी सारा कुछ, और सब मेरी डॉटर इन लॉ को भी सिखाऊंगी।
मैं मेरे कुछ मैंने सेशन लिए थे, तो कपल के लिए मैंने ये किया था। तो मेनली टाइम्स ऐसा होता है कि कपल का जो होता है टू इनकम बहुत बार होती है, मेट्रो सिटीज में दोनों भी कमा रहे होते हैं। तो ऐसा होता है कि जो मेन का जो पार्ट है वो इन्वेस्टमेंट में पूरा ये करते हैं, एंड सेविंग, इन्वेस्टमेंट एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स। एंड फीमेल का जो पार्ट होता है विमेन का, वो जनरली स्पेंडिंग, ये जो डे टू डे एक्टिविटीज, महीने का बजट उसमें स्पेंडिंग में जाता है। व्हाट आई सजेस्ट टू द कपल दैट बोथ, दोनों का इंडिविजुअल ये करो, दोनों का इन्वेस्टमेंट करना है, दोनों का भी स्पेंडिंग करना है जो भी है, and that way you need to go, instead of like ek ka pura spend, ek ka pura invest is not a good idea.
Very good, Rahul, and it is really a nice suggestion for all the men and women.
करोड़ों लड़कियों की कहानी है।
Lovely ad.
है कि दीदी, साड़ी पहनाने की बात हुई थी ना, फिर वजन दिखाई दे रहा है। अब इसमें भी दिखाई दे रहा है। ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ जल्दी करो, लड़के वाले आ गए ने। इससे ठहरो बेटा, जल्दी आ जाना है।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम। आजा नूर, आजा। फोटो में तो रंग साफ लग रहा था ना? बेटा आप दोनों चाहो तो बाहर चाय पी लो।
सीढ़ी लगाकर बात करना पड़ेगा आपकी राजेश्वरी को हमारे लड़के से।
जोक्स अपार्ट, अपने बाल स्ट्रेट करा लेना, भाई को नूडल्स नहीं पसंद।
ये दाग
कब तक चलेगी खूबसूरती की ये बदसूरत परख? आखिर कितनी खूबसूरती काफी है?
So Alka ji, this is
It's very heart touching, very touching, because beauty is not seen as inner beauty, and only the external beauty is seen, which is very sad. And only the woman's beauty is seen, the girl's beauty is seen. No one talks about the boy's height or nose or darkness, color, hair, nothing they talk about. Everybody is talking about the girl only. So that is very sad. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, it was very touching ad, and इनमें ऐसा लगता है कि कुछ बोलना चाहिए उन्होंने कि ऐसा नहीं, ऐसा होना चाहिए, बट वही एक पंच लाइन दे दी उन्होंने कि कब तक चलेगी ये खूबसूरती की बदसूरत पहचान।
ब्यूटीफुल एड, वेरी लवली एड।
ये और देखिए ना, ये कितना कंट्राडिक्शन है कि इन्हीं के कुछ और एड में वो फेयरनेस की बात करते हैं, स्किन को स्मूथ करने की बात करते हैं, और नरिशिंग की बात करते हैं, और फिर तो ये मेरे ख्याल से कि प्रमोट भी वही करते हैं, वरना किसी को क्या पता कि फेयरनेस ही खूबसूरती की एक मेयार है, किसी को क्या पता कि जो 0 साइज है वो खूबसूरती की मेयार है। तो ये थ्रू एडवर्टीजमेंट ओनली इट हैज टू बीन लाइक प्रमोटेड, और अब वो अपने ऐड के जरिए ही उसको डिस्करेज कर रहे हैं। तो ये एक अच्छी बात है कि कम से कम कुछ तो उसमें सुधार आ रहा है जो समाज में हमारे हो रहा है उसमें।
But I'll tell you one thing, madam, the girls are not like that today. वो झट से बोल देंगी. अगर उनको बोला ना कि तुम्हारे बाल नूडल्स जैसे हैं, तो बोलेंगे हाँ मुझे अच्छे लगते हैं. उसको अच्छे नहीं लगते तो I don't care. Today the girls are changing. Definitely they're changing. I have 2 girls in my house, so I know the difference, and I'm happy about that. I'm very, very happy that they have a voice of their own.
Yeah, that's very true. Really. So I think, Rahul, we have discussed enough today, and Alka ji, we have discussed enough today that how women are being empowered through different advertisements.
I want to share that advertisement which I shared. Can you give me the
Yeah, it's there.
share rights?
Yeah, sure.
It's there on the YouTube.
Yeah, but I want to show in this in this context.
Yes, Rahul, please.
Okay.
You are the co-host now.
Okay. So this one is the ad. Can you hear the sound? Hello, can you hear?
Cadbury wala. Okay.
Actually, volume you have to increase.
Okay.
And then play. It is on pause. Yeah. Yeah, beautiful.
Very nice. Beautiful ad.
Yes.
Rahul, thanks for reminding. I've seen this ad long back. बहुत ही प्यारी ad है.
So this is good ad for like an ending. Means like song is good for ending the show also.
Yeah.
So good luck, girls. This is true, and I wish all the best to all the women around the globe. And thank you very much, all those who have thought of women and they have made these beautiful ads that is going to naturally bring some revolution in the society, and we are going to give due importance and due empowerment to our women. Thank you very much.
You're so full of ideas. No, it's like it's enjoyable to be sitting and chatting with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, and thank you, Rahul, for your presence here among the Nari Tere Man Ki Baat show. Although this is exclusively for the women, but you know, men are very important. Quite often we discuss only with women, while men have to understand first, and then only they can empower the women in the house, and charity begins from our own homes. So that we have to start from our homes. Thank you once again, Alka ji and Rahul ji. Take care. And all my viewers, thank you very much. Aisha Siddiqa is here. Thank you, Aisha, for being with us. Take care and bye-bye.
Thank you.